Alright, so what's going on, guys? It's John with Just Thoughts. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel. So I've been primarily focused on making sure that I can appreciate the existence that I'm currently experiencing now. Right now, I just moved into a new area, and I'm trying my best to be able to become accustomed to this new area due to the fact that I'm relatively, like, I've been in the same exact area in technicality, but in a different mindset, right? Like, I was kind of outbound the first time that I was here due to the fact that I didn't have a good way of being able to direct the direction that I wanted my life to go in, and being able to create purpose and meaningful enjoyment, not only within the activities that I was participating in, but also in being able to, elongate the way that I wanted the direction of my life to go. And what I'm focusing on now is making sure that I can not only, experience those benefits, but also try my best to document all the situations that I'm currently experiencing, and try my best to be able to explain it thoroughly enough for somebody to be able to appreciate, due to the fact that I think it's important for us to have a comprehensive view on other people's lifestyle, due to the fact that it's important to have that perspective. Now, what I also think is extremely important is that we focus our attention on making sure that we can direct our attention to the situation that's currently happening on a global stage, right? Like in the United States specifically, we are currently deciding whether or not it would be helpful for us to be able to do something like passive basic income, right? We've had a significant portion of the population that has been, segregated and outcasted, due to not any fault on their own, but due to, as I've mentioned before, environmental habitation. There are multiple steps that the majority of people are supposed to go through in being able to develop their own personal characteristic and then bring that into fruition. And it's hard for us to understand how we can do so without having a member or a mindset or membership of inclusivity. When we have these situations happening, what most likely happens is that a large section of the population gets outcasted due to multiple factors. It might be due to their mentors; they didn't have the correct mentors to be able to provide that guidance, or it might have been just due to their environment in general. What we should be focusing on is making sure that we can find those individuals, the ones that have those hardships and that have been through those difficulties, and focus our attention on making sure that we can shine a light and be a bright star to the majority of the people that have had those hardships. Because what we're currently experiencing is a situation where we have so many people that have been, their wealth has been unevenly distributed, their access to opportunities have been unevenly distributed, and their potentiality has been cut short due to the fact that they haven't been given those opportunities, right? And that's where I think a basic income would come in. Right now, we have a situation where we have potential candidates such as, the candidates that basically ran throughout the last election, right? And those candidates did show potential, but there has to be more invasiveness that we have in being able to lead people. Right now, we have a generational wealth gap that's happening, and it's due to not having the correct accessibilities to the benefits that a lot of people have been able to go through. One of the other parts is that like, there are 3 or 4 people that I've realized that really have the availability to be able to create some of the change that we would like to see, but they're currently being stunted due to the fact that they don't have enough people to be able to guide them into the direction that they would like to go to, right? And it's a good thing, because right now what we're focusing our attention on is making sure that we can, legitimize some of those hardships, and then try our best to create systems so that we can cure some of the ailments that a lot of people have gone through. The hardships that people have experienced, they should never feel as if they're alone. And the problem is that we have a certain group, a certain minority that has had to go through a significant portion of their life where they didn't have the availability to be able to call on other people because they were outcasted, as I mentioned. And what I think is going to bring more people together and create that policy and legislation, create the momentum that we would need to be able to create change, is by enlightening not only ourselves so that we have a better philosophical view on how those situations have happened in the past, but so that we can make sure that we can provide the correct necessities for people to be able to find the joy and find the kindness and find the joy in the hardship, due to the fact that we are all a part of this huge group. And I think that that's one of the things that's going to create the change in the validation that is going to be able to influence not only our population and our generation, but the generations to come. If you agree with that information, go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.